Hey guys, welcome to the next video in Let's Play Football Manager 2013 with Brighton, and this is how the league looks then in February 2026. And there's been a bit of a shift. It's been a bit different this time. We've got some new challenges. As you know, over the last few years it's been, well, it's always been really Manchester United. They've always been challenging, but they're not really challenging this year. I mean, they're in fifth, you know, they're not a million miles away. Let's be real here for a sec, but they are a considerable amount of points behind us, you know, considering entire race. I think how many's at the 6 points behind us. I mean, Liverpool as well, who have recently come good in the last few years, have fallen away a bit there as well, although and yeah, actually no, they're not, that's a lie. Arsenal have got a chance to get up there a bit, but the surprise package of them all has been West Bromwich Albion, who for quite a while there were sitting top. Now if I just show you the past positions real quick, let's just show us, because it's been weird. It's been weird because a lot of teams, and the reason we fluctuate on, you'll see Brighton will probably, West Brom, yeah, they're going to fluctuate as well. But you can see there, not too long ago, on game week 17, they were sitting top. And they've been there or thereabout in top four. And it's weird. I don't know why West Brom are in there. But that is currently how it looks then at the start of February. And Chelsea are at the top. However, they are going to be probably dislodged, as of course. This brings me on to my next point. The reason it is all over the place is because everyone's played a different amount of games everyone's played a different amount of games. You know, as you can see, Chelsea are on 24, we're on 22, Arsenal are on 21, as everyone else is on 23. I don't know why. I think it's a combination of probably like European Super Cup stuff. I think, who won the Champions League? Hang on, who is the holder? I said we'll find out in a bit. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why these things just happen. I think the fact that we are unfortunately not doing very well in the FA Cup, I will give you an indication of that in a moment, may have had an effect on that as well. But we'll show you the transfers first, what's gone on. So players out. Now I have raised a little bit of money to add to my growing collection of monies in the transfer kitty, and that is Lazar Markovic has gone. He got a little bit annoyed, and in fact he's still already annoyed. They just paid £6 million for him, and they're not even playing him. They've plagued him 5 times. What are Millwall thinking? Nurse actually hasn't got like striker at Millwall. Where's that gone? Hasn't done it for anything else. Huh, bit weird. Yeah, so he's gone. He's buggered off. I can't find the space for him in the team, or he's getting on a bit. And quite honestly, Millwall offered me £6 million. I'm not going to turn that down for an aging player who's gave me plenty in the past. And I got him on a free. Why the hell would I not accept that? That's crazy. A few more free players, like Claudio Campos go. His attitude was terrible, plus he didn't turn out to be the player I thought he was. That's a young goalkeeper who gave a few starts to because Panucci and Butland were both injured. Ritchie's gone on loan for Everton, is doing an exceptional job. Of course, Everton are in the Championship, in case you weren't onto that. And he's doing really well. He's already got several. Yeah, look at that. He's won Young Player of the Month in December and October, which is pretty decent. So he could become good. Craig Dawson's also gone now. He's getting on a bit. I said, I can't give you first team football. He said, fine, I want to leave. I said, no problem. You're 35 now. He's gone to Blackburn. So, as I say, that defence, you know, of Duncan, Bruma, Higatzi, who is retiring as well. Ahmed Higatzi is going to be retiring again this season alongside Rodney Strasser. So really urgent moving along now. Send them a few more players on loan now. This lad here, you may see I've signed him. Unfortunately, we've got this annoying problem that FM does bring up very occasionally, and he's, as you can see, he's having trouble with the local language. I'm not sure if that's Flemish or not, though, because he is, as you can see, on loan at Bruges, or Circle, or Cercle Bruges, I don't know how you say that. I'm not, unfortunately, don't speak Flemish. But I brought him in January. However, if you look down the bottom here, one of the biggest scourges of Football Manager, if not the biggest scourge of them all, the dreaded work permit. He does need a work permit. Now, I've never understood how this works, even working in real life, to be honest. As you can see, he's decent. I brought him in, you know, as a rotation option, as generally just an option, you know, for me to have at the back. But unfortunately, even though I was able to sign him, and he is officially a Brighton player, he is not actually allowed to play for us. He doesn't have a work permit, which I don't understand at all. How he can still come into the country yet not have a work permit. That just doesn't really make much sense to me. But what do I know? I don't work in immigration. So he's gone on loan. The one thing, after doing a bit of research, I had this problem as well with a player. I think it was a real player as well. I remember it was a real player, and he was actually really good. I can't remember who it was on FM12. I think it was a real player, but he was a really, really good player, and I wanted to have him. And basically what happened was I got him in. Same thing happened here. So what you do is you send them to an affiliate. That's why he's gone to such an strange club, because, you know, who are they? And as you can see here, I had to send them essentially to affiliate. And so what you do, if you do have this problem, if you do find that, you know, you've got a player who needs a work permit but is still in your squad, what you do is you go to oh, hang on, I can't recall them now. Never mind. Yeah, what you do is you click there, and I think you go to you go to squad, and it'll be down there in squad. Obviously I can't do it now since it's gone, and then it'll say move to affiliate, and Circle Bruges there are one of our affiliates. So yeah, he's gone. Interestingly, Crystal Palace one's one of our players. I've just noticed. Yeah, Palace. I didn't even click onto that. That's Mohammed Hoffman, as you can see, I've brought in, has good potential. 3.5 star. He was 4, but I would assume he's gone down slightly. German as well. So players. Now, I've already talked about Lothar Witsum. He came in. He is 16, and he's already been breaking records. Get on to that in a moment. I've also brought in here. This is Sadek Leclerc. And I had to research how to say his name because I don't want to say Leclerc, because that is horrible. So it's Sadek Leclerc, French accents. And I kind of made the balls of this transfer. I'm not gonna lie. I think I may have found the new Ibrahimovic, an absolute prima donna, overrated little bitch. Now I know I've probably just enraged the entire Swedish audience I have, and they've all probably clicked off on. They've already clicked off now, going, But yeah. no, Zlatan's a great player. Look, he's a great player. He to me just hasn't done it a lot consistently. Don't get me wrong, that overhead kick was fantastic. Not the best goal I've ever seen, but damn near brilliant. But you know what I mean? A slight prima donna, you know, who prances around the field, thinks he's better than what he is now. That's what I think. I think he's still great, but I don't. He thinks he's Lionel Messi. Listen to me, you're not Lionel Messi, and I'm sure a lot of the Swedes will agree with you, who are at least have their feet on the ground. As you can see, he is extremely inconsistent. You know, he's had a superb game there, but in and about them, he's had 5.7 ratings, 5.9 ratings, 6.6 ratings, and generally he's been all over the place. And I thought he was a left back because I saw a wing back, and I thought, okay, that's fine. Turns out he's actually a left midfielder. If you look at his positions there, I thought he was going to be able to play left back, but no, I didn't do my research because I'm stupid and impatient, and he's actually wing back who plays in this very odd sort of attacking defensive role, which I really don't see the point of, because therefore if I put him in there, he would be therefore level with my two centre defensive mids, who are usually either Nowakowski, Ward-Prowse, or Ferrer, or Gordon, or someone, and he would be level there, and it just wouldn't make any sense. So if anything, I'd have to play him here. So that's probably been my problem. He's only 22. That's Linus Johansson. And we've talked about Choi already, decent option coming in from Al Ittihad. And finally, this was a last-minute thing. I saw him at the last minute, transfer listed. Bit of more of experience for the chance to sign this lad. This is David March, 30 years old, from Wales. He's been all over the place. Wow, he has, actually, Christ. For 3.6 million, I thought, why the friggin' hell not? I needed a bit of cover. Felix Pardo's been getting injured. Jeffrey Rumour's obviously not getting any younger. I thought I might just bring in someone who is not old but has experience, and this is exactly what I look for. About the age of 28 to about 31 I usually look for, and he's smack bang in the middle of that, and March hopefully could do us really well here. As you can see, he's been to Millwall, Everton, Arsenal, Real Madrid even. I mean, he didn't do very well. Christ, that, imagine a Welsh player playing for Real Madrid. Have you ever known that? Have there ever been any Welsh players playing for Real Madrid? No, Steve McManaman doesn't count. But yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why he hasn't been playing. He had, I'm sure he's already played. Oh no, sorry, no, I've already played the game, haven't I? I haven't played it yet. I'm completely caught up with myself, so I'm not actually going to be able to say, oh, look out for him in the future. You know, I can't say anything like that because I've caught up with myself. But they are the transfers then. So a net spend then of there or thereabouts, £9 million. Not bad. As I say, I'm always going to be adding and detracting from the team because obviously it's getting a bit big, and you know, I've talked about my Southport save, how I much prefer smaller squads as opposed to bigger squads. They're just easier, and I prefer to it's just easier to manage basically, and that suits me down to the ground. So let's go on to the fixtures. We start off actually with a win in the Community Shield, which is quite rare. We don't usually win these, but there's Danny Goddard again scoring. Being the beast that he is, but Roberto Rubio got us actually win. I'm not going to show the goals because it's an insignificant match and it's a glorified pre-season friendly basically. But I think Vladislav Gord may have actually got the win. I can't remember who scored the winner because I didn't pay attention to it. But there you go. I instant result the Community Shield. I think it's, as I say, a completely pointless game. It's a glorified friendly. The first game then was a home against Millwall, and we won 3-1. We've got Wellington, Camarota and Gordon scoring. Danini did get injured there. He is another one who I'm not too keen on, to be honest. He wants to go on loan. He's willing to remain at the club, but I don't know what he does. He's one of these sort of players like Joe Allen. What does he do? Like, I really like Joe Allen when I'm going to go on a rant here, but please bear with me. I really liked Joe Allen when he came on, but lately I've been thinking, what does he actually do? What does he bring? And don't say, oh, he's a defensive sweeper type player. No, we've got Lucas for that. We don't need two. You know, if he does what Ramirez does or David Luiz does, I'd say yeah. And that is exactly, and yeah, Ramirez, that's what we need. And I personally think we've missed a trick with Moussa Sissoko. Speaking of Moussa Sissoko, his club, Newcastle. 2-1, we beat them 2-1. Roberto Rubio and Mohamed Atalay scoring. AJ Yoon also carrying on his great form from last season, doing pretty damn well. And then 1-0 against Southampton. But as I was saying, yeah, I'll go into that very quickly as well. I think we need a bit of strength at Liverpool. I think we need, because we have, we've got a lot of flair players like Coutinho, Sturridge, Suarez. Who else? I'm trying to think. I can't even remember. But I can't even remember our players. I'm so focused on the Brighton team now, I've totally forgotten the real life Liverpool team. You know what I mean, though. A lot of flair players, and we don't have a lot of strength, with the exception of perhaps Carragher and Agger. And obviously Carragher's retiring at the end of the season. I really can't name you too many players who are going to really give you a lot of strength. And Lucas at a push, and at a real push, Lucas. But I think we missed the trick with Moussa Sissoko. I think he's an excellent player, and I think that is a quality buy for Newcastle. Atalay is scoring the winner there against Southampton. Then we went to Anfield and got a 1-1 draw. Mohamed Atalay obviously is scoring against his former club, as you do. Barry Wallace scoring against us, as you do. He is insane. He is without a doubt one of the best players I've seen on this since Phil Knight back on FM12. He is a psychopath in front of goal. It's interesting how many sort of names that are going in real life now. I mean, that was just a great goal. And he's ran into the net. What the hell? I didn't see that. Oh shit, yeah, that's right. I remember I burst out laughing when he did that. I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't know what to do. But slightly scrappy goal there for Atalay. But we got a point there at Anfield. The point at Anfield nowadays isn't actually that bad. Of course, as I say, Liverpool are actually doing pretty well. And yeah, as I say, there's a lot of sort of players now who have real life. You could sort of bring to real life. I mean, there's Yaya Toure, incidentally. That is a regen, I should show you. I think I've showed you before, but in case you are new to the series, yes, that is a regen. He is a generated player. And there's Fabio as well. Obviously not the Manchester United Fabio, a Brazilian. But he does look a little bit like Fabio, in fairness. Gordon didn't have the best game, but that is quite a rarity. He's been excellent this season. Then we have the Champions League, so let's go over that. We came second this time, unfortunately losing once, and that proved to be decisive, but we did, in fact, beat Inter. Obviously, we had Apoel and Athletic Bilbao. And you'll get... Actually, I just want to show you... Actually, I'll show you that in a minute. Broom and Zaha scoring against Inter, that was pretty good. Then 3-1 against Atletico, James Ward-Prowse, Wellington and Felix Pardo scoring. So at this point we've gone on very nicely. And then this was gutting. This is absolutely horrible. 2-2 against Apoel Nicosia. And then look, 92nd minute. Incidentally, now I'm not sure if I showed you this in the last few videos. A few people said, have you got the Sun regen yet? And I have got the Sun regen yet. Yes, sorry. This is, now I've given him a nickname. This is Junior. Why is he called Junior? Because that's why. It doesn't look right at all. He's called Chris Jubb. Obviously called Chris. And obviously, because that is my son, obviously I put the name in as Jubb because I thought, I don't know, I'm not going to put my real name, and I don't like putting my real name in. It's like creepy putting my name out on the internet, maybe in the future. And I decided I don't like it, so I called him Junior. Because he's Jubb Junior. And he is actually quality. He has 5-star potential. He's a DMC and an MC, DLP. So if you know what that means, have a cookie. And yeah, he scored. Actually, I'll show you his goal. This was his first goal. And as a proud father, I celebrated with him. I don't think he ran over to me though, which was kind of disappointing. Alejandro Gonzalez, as you can see, hasn't really scored too many goals. He's been rather poor this term. He's really not been able to force his way, and he still has the barefaced cheek. Oh, lovely goal. Goalkeeper should do better there, but, you know, he's 16 years old when he scored that, one of the youngest ever goal scorers. But, yeah, Gonzalez has the barefaced cheek to say, why aren't you giving me game time? Well, score me some goals. God damn it, you know. So frustrating. And then Bastoni and Vicente, possible future partnership I hope for up front. Maybe change the formation to 4-4-2, fit them two in together. Scoring there against Apoel Nicosia. And then we got a 3-2 against Inter. Slightly, I may have actually skipped that game and this game as well. Lothar Witsum becoming the youngest ever Champions League goal scorer with that goal there. I'll show you that in a second. But what I think I'm really interested in, obviously, there is a regen who plays for Atletico Madrid called Llorente. Obviously, and no, if you are wondering, it is not the son of Fernando Llorente. As you can see, no favoured personnel. So if it was his dad, or his son rather, he would be in his favoured personnel. So and that is just a fact. They do. And yeah, I think I skipped these two games because, as I say, that if I usually just go over them because they're null and void. You know, they don't mean anything. And then I realised, oh shit. We could have finished first, but it didn't matter. The only thing I did was I picked the team and I picked all the tactics. I just instant result of this. So it wasn't a big deal. But I'll show you Witsum's goal. This put him as the youngest ever Champions League goal scorer. He was 16 and I think like 200 something days. King Kenny missed the penalty, unfortunately. However, that didn't really matter. We've also got Torres there, if you look. I think he's a goalkeeper. Yeah, Coldo Torres, obviously. And a Mikel Martin, which is a great name. Yeah, they've all got, like, typically Spanish names, haven't they? It's like having players called, like, Johnson and Smith. And all that, yeah. But, yeah, there's Witsum's goal. He is now the youngest Champions League goal scorer ever. I don't know who came before him, but, yeah, there you go. That's the Champions League then, so we're through to knockout round once again. 5-2 against Swansea. Vladislav Gordon scoring a hat-trick. I'll show you the hat-trick. I'll show you these goals because there's some pretty good ones here. Sadek Leclerc scoring on his debut as well, which I really was a real bonus. I was not expecting it. Gonzalez having a better game there, 8.0 rating, but still not scoring, and that is kind of what strikers do. You know, it's fair enough. Like Torres and Carroll and all, you know, these big money players coming in and getting assists and stuff, but it's kind of no good. Lovely strikers finish from Lombardi there as well. Yeah, but as I was saying, you know, it's like it's no good. Carroll and Torres and all these players, you know, in real life, you know, they get assists. Well, they haven't been bought for assists. They've been brought for goals. And that's kind of what Gonzalez. Same thing. It's like, come on, get us some goals. I don't care about your assists or your good game. You know, it's fair enough having a good game. I mean, that's a nice ball and a nice finish by Gordon. Typical FM goal, that sort of, you know, he gets it caught under his feet, but he still manages to blast it in from a kind of ridiculous angle. But obviously Swansea got those goals. This was a back and forth game. I remember this one in particular. This was really good. This Clark caused us all sorts of problems. Darren Clark. No, not the golfer. J. Manuel Thomas, I think I would assume it is him because it's a pretty rare name. Of course, he used to play for Everton and gave us all sorts of bloody problems. Causing us problems again here. Not really doing much there in fairness, but what a ball. I mean, I was going to say surely Butland's going to get that. I can't remember the goals because it's been a few days. I've been playing the Southport save as well, so my mind's a bit cloudy when it comes to FM. Incidentally, this Fernandez, who has been sort of on and off on loan, he's come all over the place on loan. He's done very well. He's been very consistent when he's come into the team, and he's stood out and done quite well alongside Custard. So he might be one, really is one for the future. And there's Vladislav Gordon's second. He did good well there. Fair play to Danini as well for passing that to him. Could have very easily have had a shot there, but he didn't. And here we go again, Clark. I mean, that was just a good ball. I mean, there's not much you can do about that. But what a finish as well! What a finish from Clark. So there's Swansea's two, and the next two obviously are coming from us. Check this out though. Leclerc popping up. I mean, that was just luck. I mean, it was lucky, but the goal on his debut for the young centre back. And admittedly, he this sort of honeymoon period was quite short lived, as he did something quite bad later, which I will show you. Not like naughty or anything. Well, he is only young, you know, but like, you know, a bit of a dodge thing. And a lovely layoff again from Wellington. Easiest hat trick Vladislav Gordon's ever going to score. And he has genuine potential to be not just one of the best Brighton players, but one of the best players I've ever bought on FM. If we just show you him real quick, I mean, you know, he's been in the team since he was like 16, 17, and he performs all the way. He has been here. I mean, I bought him in for less than £700,000, and you know, look at that average rating. I mean, his first season was 7.78. That was 8 goals, 4 assists, and 17 appearances. Can I just point out he was like 16, 17 there. Did quite decent again there. You know, obviously hasn't had billions of appearances, loads of appearances, but he's done quite well. You know, assist wise, I mean, average ratings is all above 7.2 at the minimum. Yeah, he's done really, really well. And obviously, he's still only 21. You know, certain something special there. Where are we? That was Swansea. So then we played Burnley. We're going to have a wacky cup run, are we, again? Well, unfortunately not, if you look down there. Fortunately, we did come across a harder opposition this time. But Jose Vicente gets 2. Roberto Rubio and Ronald Custas grabbing his goal against Burnley. 4-2 after extra time. Wacky game. 2-2. Gonzalez actually did eventually score alongside Atale, but unfortunately, it only got us a point. Atale equalising in the 92nd minute. So, you know, 2 minutes before and 2 minutes after the end there. Oh, it's crazy. Show you that goal. I mean, I'll put this on overload. I don't want to show you the whole game, as I say, we'll be here for ages. But I mean, I don't know how we spotted them there. Why no one was picking Atale up? How you can do that? But we were overloaded, and we just went for it at that point. And then 1-1 against Arsenal. Jeffrey Bruma still going, the old warhorse. He's 34 now, but he's scoring against Arsenal, the former Chelsea, or I guess in real life, current Chelsea player. If it ever wants to do it. Come on. Yep, Jeffrey Bruma, 91st minute again. And I thought, oh no, we're not going to become the team who's going to constantly score, you know, last minute winners, or equalisers, winners, whatever. I'll take that either. You know, that's not a good sign. But no, in fairness, you know, I'll take a point against Arsenal, who are doing reasonably well. There's Christov again, who at least he scored against us. That's what they couldn't do in that treble season. But this again was overloads. You can see they were completely back defending. Look where Panucci is on the halfway line. Zaha's ball in, Custas, and there's Jeffrey Bruma, gets in front of Ackermans and gives us a point. Just. And yeah, let's move on to this. Let's see, 2-0 against City. Wellington and Rubio with the goals. 1-0 against Ipswich. Keane Kenny scoring. And unfortunately, we did get knocked out. Arsenal did get a bit of revenge. Bruma scoring again against them. But unfortunately, it was not enough. So the holders go out. Kirov killing us off there in the 86th minute. It was a nice comeback, though, I guess. 1-0 against Villa. Wilfred Zaha scoring against them. And then we went down 1-0 to Chelsea, who, as you can see, are, well, currently, I guess, are top. But that may change. Managed, of course, by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. 2-1 against Cardiff. Vicente and Johansson coming off the bench doing a good job. I think that may have been his first goal. I'll show you him. Jose Vicente has done quite well. Come on, obviously I've got a Brighton player called Vicente, obviously. And I will show you these goals. Now, unfortunately, the damn thing is being very, very slow. I can't tell you why. I'll show you Johansson's goal, because I think that may have been his first in the league. Yeah, I don't know why. It does this sometimes with the game. You know, where it just, I don't know, it doesn't like loading the match engine. It doesn't matter how good your computer is. It just does this sometimes. It was a lot quicker in loading, but you know, it has a bit of a hissy fit when you say when you want it to do more than, say, I don't know, 2 things at once. That's just FM for you. Martin's ball across. Lombardi pulls it back to Camarota, pulls that ball back, and there's Linus Johansson. I think that was his first league goal. I could be wrong though. As you can see, again, it just freezes and, you know, locks up when anytime you go back. So that's the match engine for you. 3-1 against Forest. Wellington, Nowakowski, and Custas scoring, and unfortunately, and then yeah, right, okay. Can I just point out at this point, 3-2. What the fuck is going on with 3-2? We lose 3-2 against Arsenal. We lose 3-2 against Inter. We lose 3-2 against West Ham. And we lose 3-2 against Wigan. What the fuck is going on there? Yeah, this is weird. We've got Atale and Wellington scoring. Yeah, that was slightly disappointing. As you can see, there's Johansson on a poor game again. And 3-2 against Wigan. Strange. Gordon got 2, but unfortunately wasn't enough. And that's what I get for playing Leclerc. And Marcus Starker and Gonzalez, as you can see, they've been very poor, and that's why they have been moaning about being dropped. 3-1 against Tottenham. Zaha and Atale and Wellington. 2-0 against Peterborough, Gordon and Junior scoring again. In fact, I will show you that now. Show you Junior's goal. Okay, this is the last goal I'm going to show because clearly the game does not want to load, or it's going to take a while. I installed 8 gigabytes of RAM in this. It should be very quick now, but unfortunately it needs to have made it slightly slower or more. Actually, that's not too bad, but I shouldn't see this pinwheel. Why is it struggling to load the match engine? It should be very snappy and quick. It was quick before, but anyway, there we go. At least it's not laggy and horrible. There's Wellington, pulls it all the way back, and there's Junior who eventually gets it in. Very strange goal, but nevertheless, it is. I think that was his first league goal, I think. And then we have, that was 2-0, yep, 2-1 against West Brom, so that was very vital against Wilfred Zaha. And this was a game that kind of kicked me in the balls. 1-0 against Sunderland. This was a weird one because the players just seem to have left the brains and their ability at the door in this one. And I include both Sunderland in that and us. Johansson was shit again. Bastoni completely out of it. Witsum was rubbish. Sadek Leclerc just looked totally clueless. Like, as in he just... he just played football for the first time. That's what it was like. Panucci didn't cover himself in glory either. I think that 5.7 is being slightly harsh, but Leclerc should be 5.7. He just looked utterly clueless. His passes were all over the place. He couldn't find a blue shirt, or a blue shirt ever. He couldn't find. He was just passing this to the goalkeeper was short. He was absolutely horrible. Although Alfredo Fernandez, who at this point had just come back on loan, or from a loan, done very well. He actually got man of the match, so fair play to him. And then the last few games here, we've got Newcastle 3-1, Atelier Brivio Kenny scoring. A good game against Millwall. Wellington, unfortunately, missing a penalty. But Atelier made up for that with 3-2 against Millwall. A disappointing 1-1 draw against Southampton here. Bustamante put them in front, and then Vicente, disappointing, as I say, because we really probably should have won that. But a nice victory over Liverpool to end the story here. Antonio Martin, who's come in over the last few days and weeks and done very, very well indeed. So, there we go then. That is that. Let's have a look at our player stats then. The goals, Mohamed Atelier with 10, Wellington with 8, Gordon with 7, Vicente with 6, and he's barely played Vicente, so that's a real testament to how well he's played. That's 6 goals in 9 appearances. Very good. Assist-wise, Wellington on 7, Zaha on 6, Brivio on 5, Stark and Wood-Prowse on 4. And Danini, fair play to him actually, he's got 3 assists. Oh, maybe he does have something. Maybe he's a good passer. I don't know. I've not really bothered to check him out. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. That's going to do it from me. So I'll be back then with the season review of this one in probably tomorrow, maybe in a few days. I don't know. I've not actually recorded that one yet. Of course I haven't. I haven't even, actually, I should rephrase that. I haven't played that yet. I've literally just caught up with myself. So if there's a delay in videos, I'm sorry. Thanks very much for watching anyway. Give the video a like, and I will see you next time. So, bye-bye.